The pause principle. Mastering your mind in a reactive world. Welcome to StoicPact. Today, we're exploring a powerful mindset shift inspired by ancient Stoic philosophy, a guide to thriving in today's chaotic world by mastering the space between trigger and action. We'll uncover the hidden power of the pause, the art of intentional living, and how small shifts in thinking can transform your relationships, work, and inner peace. Let's begin. Poe. Wisdom in Chaos. Ancient philosophy's current significance. Wisdom in chaos. Finding your center. When everything spins. In our hyper-connected modern society, information and stimuli hit us from every direction. Whether it's constant news alerts, social media updates, or a never-ending stream of emails, our minds are under constant assault. This overload often leaves us feeling overwhelmed and prone to snap judgments. Ancient Stoic philosophy, which taught self-control and rational thinking, offers a timeless toolkit to help us navigate this storm. By adopting Stoic practices, we can reclaim a sense of calm, ensuring that our actions align with our values rather than our emotions. The decision point, the instant that makes all the difference. The choice point, where impulse meets. Intention, Stoic thought's core, is the distinction between a reaction and a response. Let's define these terms. A reaction is an immediate, often uncontrolled emotional outburst triggered by external events. Think of it as an automatic reflex. When a comment online sparks anger, you might instantly fire back without thinking. In contrast, a response is a deliberate and thoughtful action. It creates a pause between the trigger and your decision, allowing you to evaluate the situation based on your values and long-term goals. When you respond, you choose clarity over chaos. Imagine receiving critical feedback at work. A reactive approach might lead to defensive comments, but a responsive mindset encourages you to pause, consider the constructive elements, and reply in a measured tone. Today, I invite you to try a simple exercise. The 3-second pause. Next time you feel emotionally triggered, count slowly to 3 before responding. Notice how this small delay creates space for thought. The reactivity tax, the price of impulsive behavior. The reactivity tax, the hidden price of living on impulse. Reacting impulsively isn't just about temporary feelings. It can have lasting effects on our lives. In our fast-paced environment, a reactive habit can lead to several downsides. Fractured connections. Snap judgments can erode trust and create walls between you and those you care about most. Wellness deficit. Chronic reactivity taxes your body's stress response system, potentially leading to anxiety, sleep issues, and decreased immunity. Growth blindness. When emotions cloud judgment, valuable lessons remain hidden beneath the fog of reactivity. Consider public debates online. Reaction often fuels polarization, while thoughtful responses could pave the way for constructive dialogue. By learning to pause and respond, we break the negativity cycle and create space for more meaningful interactions. The sacred pause, the most effective tool you have. The sacred pause, the 3 seconds that change everything. The first step in moving from reaction to response is mastering the pause. This brief interval, the time between stimulus and action, holds the power to change everything. Let's break down a simple practice. Trigger recognition. Learn to spot when your emotional temperature begins to rise. The 3-count bridge. Slowly count 1, 2, 3. In these seconds, take a deep breath. Value alignment. Check. Ask yourself, is my next action aligned with who I aspire to be? By embedding this pause into your daily life, you begin to interrupt the automatic chain of reaction, replacing it with a thoughtful, deliberate response. Pause with me now. Close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, and count to 3 in your head. Feel the calmness that emerges even from these few seconds. The inner observer. Becoming your own witness. The inner observer. Mastering the art of self-witnessing. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of Stoic practice. The ancient Stoics advised us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. One powerful way to do this is by keeping a reaction journal. Every day, jot down moments when you felt a strong emotional pull, what triggered it, how you responded, and what you might do differently next time. Over time, you'll start to notice patterns. Are there recurring triggers? Do certain situations consistently lead to reactive behavior? Recognizing these patterns is the first step to mastering them. Remember, the goal is not to criticize yourself, but to learn and grow. Through self-observation, you develop the ability to step outside the immediate emotion and see the broader picture. Tonight, take 10 minutes to reflect on your day. Write down any moments where you reacted impulsively and analyze them. What could you have done differently? This honest introspection is a key component of building a resilient mind. 6. The influence matrix. Effectively using your energy. The influence matrix. Where to direct your limited energy. One of the central teachings of Stoicism is understanding the dichotomy of control. The idea that while we cannot control external events, we can always control our responses. This principle encourages us to focus on what truly matters, our actions and attitudes, rather than wasting energy on circumstances beyond our influence. Ask yourself in every challenging moment, what elements can I shape, and what must I accept? By shifting your focus to your reactions, you empower yourself to respond productively rather than being overwhelmed by frustration or helplessness. 7. The mind gym. Mental fitness exercises every day. The mind gym. Daily workouts for emotional strength. To embed Stoic principles into your daily life, it helps to create a routine that reinforces mindful responding. Here are 3 practices you can start today. Sunrise scenario planning. Begin each day by visualizing potential challenges and setting an intention to respond thoughtfully. Imagine how you want to handle conflicts or setbacks and remind yourself of your core values. The Premeditatio Challenge. Spend a few minutes imagining challenging scenarios, not to dwell on negativity, but to desensitize yourself to fear and disappointment. This exercise prepares you for adversity and reduces the shock of unexpected events. Sunset reflection ritual. At the end of the day, reflect on your actions. Identify moments when you responded with clarity and when you let reactivity take over. Celebrate your successes and note areas for improvement. By incorporating these daily practices, you're not just reacting to life, you're actively shaping it. 8. The Stoic in action, transitioning from philosophy to practice. The responsive. Life, Stoicism in the real world. Let's bring these ideas into the real world. How do you apply Stoic principles when you're in the thick of everyday challenges? Here are a few scenarios. The feedback opportunity. When someone offers criticism, pause. Instead of instantly defending yourself, ask, is there truth here? What can I learn from this? A thoughtful response can transform criticism into an opportunity for growth. Bridging divides. In heated discussions, truly listen before formulating your response. This not only helps de-escalate tension, but also shows respect for the other person's perspective. By listening actively, you build bridges rather than walls. The setback reframe. Life is full of setbacks, but each disappointment carries a lesson. Rather than reacting with despair, consider what the experience can teach you. Ask yourself, how can I use this challenge to become stronger or wiser? We can transform challenging circumstances into opportunities for personal growth if we adopt a response-orientated mindset. 9. Micro-shifts. Small changes, remarkable results. Micro-shifts. Tiny habits that transform your life. Changing how you interact with the world doesn't require a complete overhaul of your personality. Sometimes the smallest habits can lead to significant change. Here are a few ideas. The morning declaration, Every morning, remind yourself, today, I choose response over reaction. Write this intention down or set it as your phone's wallpaper. Environment. Reminders. Place sticky notes or set reminders in your workspace that say pause or choose wisely. These small nudges can prompt you to take that crucial moment before reacting. The minor annoyance practice. Use everyday irritations as training grounds. Whether it's a slow internet connection or a long line at the store, treat it as a chance to strengthen your response muscle. Victory journaling. Recognize that change is gradual. Document even the smallest moments when you chose to respond rather than react. These recorded victories reinforce your new mindset. 10. The infinite way. The everlasting path to mastery. The endless path, growing in wisdom. Every day. Remember, cultivating a responsive mindset is not a destination, but an ongoing journey. Even the great Stoic philosophers struggled and made mistakes. What set them apart was their dedication to continuous self-improvement. Each day offers a fresh opportunity to practice, learn, and evolve. There will be moments when you slip back into old habits, but that's part of the process. The key is to remain committed, patient, and kind to yourself. Over time, these small shifts add up, leading to a more resilient, purposeful, and peaceful life. As you embark on or continue your Stoic journey, remember that every moment is an opportunity to choose your response consciously. The journey continues. Your next steps. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of responsive living through Stoic wisdom. Today, we've discovered that while life may constantly challenge us with stimuli and stress, we have the power to choose our response. By mastering the pause, developing self-awareness, and focusing your energy where it matters most, you can transform your daily experiences and build a more intentional life. If you appreciate this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and comment with your thoughts or experiences. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to being proactive instead of reactive? I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, remember, mastery isn't about controlling the storm. It's about becoming unshakable within it.